to our two other panelists who have shown an amazing ability to adapt over their lives and careers. Billie Jean, I want to start with you. You have been one of the most prominent leaders and, frankly, one of the most effective leaders on the issue of pay equity for a long time. And largely thanks to your leadership, we have seen a movement, although we've got a lot of work still to do, as I said, with the latest statistics about how long it's going to take to actually close that pay gap. So how do we increase the rate of progress, not just in the United States, but around the world? And what do you say to people who think, oh, pay equity, that's no longer an issue?
Well, that's simple. Say no. But before we start, I just like to thank everyone, and particularly Madam Zelenska for being here. Just so you know, it's a sidebar here, but we have this Tennis Plays for Peace. So our sport is trying to give as much as we can in every way possible to help the Ukraine. So I just wanted you to know that. Wonderful. And I've always had this saying that champions adjust or adapt. And I mean champions in life, and that's what we've been talking about. And pay equity is so important. Until we have this one-to-one, we have a long way to go. Please, women, follow the money. Follow the money. Because I'm older, women were taught never to follow the money in the old days. So I'm listening to your stories as I met some of you. I'm like, yes, because you follow the money and you talk about the money you've made. Because what can money do? Fantastic things in life. It gives you freedom, mobility, all kinds of things that we never dreamed of. And having different generations up here, we've had different experiences, and we're going in the right direction psychologically, but the reality is we're not making it. And everyone I talk to about pay equity, they say the biggest problem is women, and I've heard Gloria talk about this, about not having control over, like contraceptives, not having control over the laws, custody of your children, all these things that really matter to people. We have to change that. I always think, I know Harold went to law school. I don't know how many others here did, but I didn't. But I would have if I hadn't played tennis. My plan was to go to law school. And I got my former husband through law school, but I was going to go as well because for legislation purposes, to change the laws, because that's where it happens. That's what Title IX did for us in the United States and beyond, because a lot of people not from the United States come and really get a lot out of. But every one of us is an influencer. So everything you do does matter. Because so many times, particularly I'll hear women say, well, I don't really matter. You matter. Everyone matters. Everyone deserves to be represented. And everything you do does matter. Every word you say, your actions, everything. And at work, demand. And also for you who hire, please hire on potential, not just performance. That's the past. Okay. If you're job hunting, here's the guys. They look at the, 10 things. They can do 5 out of the 10, and they say to me, I'll get the job. I'll bluff the other 5, no problem.
No, they'll lie. They'll say, I can do all 10 and 20 more.
Oh, correct. That's even better. So the women go like this, though. They go, I can do 9 of them, but I'm not sure I can do that 10th one. I don't know if I'm going to apply. How many times did you hear this? I was at Starbucks with women leaders, and this was the story I heard, because I said this example, and this woman raises her hand, and she says, that's me. They could do 9, but wasn't sure about the 10th one. And so I said, what happened? The leader, who's the head of public relations there, and public affairs, not public relations, public affairs, he said to her, I want you to take the job, the boss, will not let you fail. And that's another way to think about it when you're hiring somebody. You're going to tell them, you're going to make sure they're not going to fail. And that's really helpful and reassuring. So I just want you to maybe, I don't know, things to think about. But as far as the gender gap, we have so far to go, and I'm so disappointed we haven't gone further. In the last 20 years, we've just been at a stalemate. And so it's up to us, and particularly the younger generations here. You can do this. This is your chance to change the world. So let's go for it.
Amen.